Welcome to Marriage Conference Show. I'm your host for today. My name is Sada Muhammad. With me, we've got Rama Gumi and Sister Aisha Aliyu, one of the organizers. She'll be here to give us exciting information about the show coming up on the 6th of April. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Aisha. Thank you very much for joining us today. So, Saturday morning, on the 6th of April, I have my ticket. I'm in front of ICC. What do I expect from the event?
Well, we expect a grand event all about marriage. Everything is about marriage. From the beginning to the end. It's for singles that have never been married, for married couples, for widows, divorcees, anyone. It's for everybody. It's totally about marriage.
Amazing. I can't wait to get my ticket.
So we've seen that we've got like different categories. We have the main talk, we have the workshop, and also the soul seekers. So there are different prices for all of them. So what's really the difference between them? Is it the contents or the activities or something like that?
Well, it's basically the content and the activities. Like the different segments, they are ideal to cater for different needs and for different people. Like the main talk is for everybody, whether you're married or you're single or you've been divorced or you're thinking about it or you're confused. It's for everybody. The morning is going to start with everybody being in the main hall. Then later on, we're going to break out into different sessions. Married couples can go for the workshop. And then singles who would like to be match made with, can go for the soul seekers. Like now the main hall is basically everything about marriage. There's so many things that they're going to talk about. What makes a marriage, what breaks a marriage, the dating game, what are you to expect in marriage, what should I say? What should I say? You know, but anything about marriage really. And then you have the workshop. The workshop is more intense. It's more intense. It's like they're not holding anything back. That's what they said. They're not holding everything back. They're going to be very open, and it's a small session where you can have an interactive session with the speakers. Ask them your intimate questions and problems. It's going to be about family matters, desires, what breaks your marriage, bedroom secrets, and so many other things. So the workshop is mostly for married couples, but if you're single and you would like to be part of the workshop, you're able to.
So is it like going to be like one-on-one or everyone there?
Well, you're going to be in a room with not too many people. I don't think they'll be up to like maybe around 150. And then you're going to have the speakers taking different workshops where you'll be able to ask them your questions. And then they really talk about modern problems, how we can solve these problems the Islamic way, the way that our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam suggested, and how you can implement it to the world today. You know, there are so many things like addictions and other things that really affect marriage. So they're all going to talk about those things. They're not leaving anything off the table. So I really want to be part of the workshop.
Well, actually, this is going to be interesting. So I've realized that the main talk is now 3,000, and the workshop is 10,000 naira, and also the soul seekers is 10,000. So you're now at liberty to just get your ticket.
Yeah, you can choose whichever one you want. Now, the main talk is 3,000 naira, and it's going to be from morning all the way to evening. So it's just a plain lecture. Different scholars will come up and talk to you all about marriage. Now, the workshop, as I just mentioned, is more intense and it's more of a private session. So that one is 10,000. You have access to the main hall and you have access to the workshop with the 10,000 naira.
And this is double benefit.
Yeah, so the soul seeker is the same thing. You have access to it's 10,000 naira, and you have access to the workshop. Access to the main lecture, and you have access to the soul seekers also. So if you buy 10,000, if you buy a ticket of 10,000 naira for the workshop, then you have 2-in-1. Or the soul seekers, you have 2-in-1.
Okay. Amazing. Okay, so basically we've gotten from you that the workshop is not just another talk, but basically whereby you're more interactive and you do more activities and stuff. Also, one thing that I couldn't help but notice is the fact that there are so many speakers. If I'm not mistaken, we've got about 6 international speakers coming through and 5 national speakers as well. 6 of them, mashallah. So why do we have so many speakers at once? Others would, in a day to go through.
Well, as I just said, that they're different sessions, so they're going to be run simultaneously. While the main talk is still on, some people are going to move out and go to the workshop. Some people will move out and go to the Soul Seekers session. So there are some of the scholars who, that is what they do. They are gurus in that field. They have their expertise in that field. So that's why they are coming to give us just a touch or a little bit of their knowledge. So that is why there's so many speakers. So at any point, something will be going on throughout the morning to evening in the different sessions.
Mashallah, so we have experts in their own field. So as opposed to just one speaker being crammed with 10 topics to deal with. Mashallah, that's amazing.
Marriage Conference is an international organization where they have gone to so many countries all over the world. They've been to places like Malaysia, South Africa, Australia, Kenya, the UK, and now in Nigeria. This is the first time that they're coming to anywhere in West Africa and
Mashallah, that's amazing. Mashallah, yes, that's amazing. We can't wait. We're so excited. Mm-hmm.
So let's say what they call the single ladies, single Pringle. So I'm just here to attend the conference. So what are you promising me that I'm going to get out of the conference? Is it like I'm just going to have a training that this is what to do, this is what not to do, or like this is the type of person you're supposed to get? Or maybe am I going to like get a spouse for that 10,000 naira that I'm going to pay for the Soul Seekers?
Well, yes, there's going to be something like a training for you to understand what you should look for in a spouse.
Okay.
Yes, what you should aspire to be, the kind of husband or wife that you should look for, that you should seek for marriage. And there's also a matchmaking. Like when you buy the ticket, there is a form that is specifically for the Soul Seekers that will ask a lot of questions about you. Now with this information, then they're able to look for a potential spouse for you.
So when are you going to like fill the form? Is it on the day or before?
Before, as you buy your tickets online, or if you go to Galam Tours at Musetu and to buy your tickets, then you're going to register and fill the form before then. I think it's a good idea that most people try their best to fill the form before the day, so that the marriage conference can have your information and look for the best suitable person for you. It is really basically halal matchmaking. If you feel more comfortable coming with your wali, then he's most welcome to come.
Well, actually, it's really sad that I cannot get a spouse for that amount, but well, I'm going to be like placed on that route. Well, it's a good thing.
Yeah, you'll be placed on that route, and if you're lucky, there will be some couples that would be match made on that day, and inshallah, it can lead into a wonderful wedding.
Is that the idea of having a wali there?
No, not that you're going to get married on that day. It's just that if you would like to, if the young gentleman would like to talk to the lady, then the wali is there.
Okay.
Mashallah, you never know. You might go on the 6th and then 13th. You're back here again. But I feel comfortable now knowing that it's not just matchmaking that you get from it, but you also get some form of training as well to help you find. So there's no pressure in having to come out with someone. So
yes, there's no pressure that you have to come out with this with a partner. But then inshallah, and we are hoping that most people that come will go home with a partner.
Mashallah. So now we've covered our single sisters and brothers. How about the engaged ones, the ones that they've set a date for their nikahs and they're waiting for their nikah to come? They would come to the conference, and then which talk would benefit them? Where do they fit in? Because they're no longer looking for a spouse, and they're obviously not married, so the workshop might not necessarily benefit them. Where do they fit in? Where do you think?
Well, I think the workshop will benefit them.
Okay.
That's the best place for them to be. They can be in the workshop or at the main talk.
Okay.
Yeah, the main talk also is going to be really intense. It's going to have so much information and so much knowledge and expertise there also. So I think whichever session you choose, you're not going to lose out.
Okay, mashallah, that's amazing.
Yeah. So like we've been having like a lot of issues, people having problems in their marriages, to the extent that some of them are even depressed. So, or you might not have a solution in your marriage, to the point that maybe you might need a divorce. So these people, where do you think they're going to fit? Which category are they supposed to join?
Well, on when they come that day, and the rough patches is in their life.
Okay, does that mean they're going to like be able to attend the main talk, and then also on the side they can have the counseling?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that's amazing. Covers them. But then, so we've been hearing marriage.
All over again, and the pressure that they're under and the heartbreak that they're going through, it will also all be discussed in the main talk. So they also have a place there also.
Mashallah. That's nice to find out. It's comforting for people out there that would want to go, but because they see that, it's just marriage, so they'll think it's restricted to either soul seekers or just married couples. So it's comforting to hear.
Well, marriage is a happy life. It's something that it will help your life throughout. It's not that we're saying if you're not married, then sorry, then you don't have that.
If you're lucky to get into the one you're talking about.
Yeah, so this is part of the marriage conference for you to be able to understand about marriage and know what you should look for in a spouse. Okay. Sometimes in society we look at the wrong things. We look at the most handsome guy, the most eloquent guy, or the most sought out lady, most rich person, and we think that is the person that we want to marry. Maybe we think the person swept us off our feet because he knows how to talk and so many different things. But the real thing is that what are you supposed to look in a spouse? What are you supposed to look for in a spouse? What will keep your family together? What will make you happy? How good is he in his religion or her religion? How do they love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? These are all things. You come together as a family and both of you practice your religion together. That's really, and you're all anticipating for Jannah. And you're all, marriage is all about that. And you're all anticipating for Jannah. Whatever act you do, any good act you do within your marriage will all help you. You will all get, hasna from it. So I think it's something that we should all look forward to and be happy to attend. How to make your marriage better. There are people that are happy, they have wonderful marriages, they're really happy, and they'll be thinking, I don't need to come for the marriage conference. I'm okay, I don't have a problem, I'm not searching for a partner. But it's not just about correcting the bad. Sometimes you think you know everything. Maybe you don't. Maybe there are more things that you could get to know that would help your marriage.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, this is getting interesting. So you really, really need to get your tickets as soon as possible. Yep. So before we end the show, there is another category or like set of people that no one mentioned before, or even in the flyers. So let's say, for example, I'm newly married, we're in the honeymoon phase, something like that. So what do you think I can get from this conference, like to sustain the marriage, to get like something to spice up things from time to time?
I think
so which category?
those are one of the categories that should attend the marriage conference. You're starting new, you know. There's no bad blood, there's no problems, there's no fights or things, anything between the two of you. You're just starting new. So I think it's a really good idea that you come and you attend the workshop to gain a lot of skills. There are a lot of things that they're going to talk about that can help improve your marriage, and things that you'll be able to have to know that you can there's a red flag, and you know how to solve those issues before they escalate. So I think it's a really good thing for newlyweds to come. I know at that point of time they'll think that they don't have any problems, everything is going smoothly, we don't have to come, but then still there's a lot that you're going to learn.
MashaAllah, Jazakallah khairan, Sister Aisha.
So the marriage conference is for everybody, and even if you have kids, you can bring your kids. We have a kids section where you can keep your kids there from 3 months all the way to 12 years. You just pay a token for that, since kids will not be allowed to go into the halls, so that we don't have any distractions. So there's a place for you to keep your kids so that you can be at rest, that your kids are nearby. And then we have food vendors all around where you can have your meals throughout the whole day. So it's like a big event and a comfortable event for everybody. So you're learning and you're really enjoying the environment.
So
MashaAllah.
Yes, I'm sure that whoever comes is going to be so happy and, like, you know, surprised. Like, well, the environment is just going to be something different, something that maybe you have never experienced before. It's not just going to be our normal one Ummah PUC conventions. This is the marriage conference. It's going to be a whole new ball game. So you should try your best to go and get your tickets. You can buy them online at oneummah.ng.org, or you can go to Galam Tours at
Olive Plaza?
At Olive Plaza, Wusetu, or at An-Nur Masjid at Wusetu to get your tickets. So tickets are running out fast, especially for soul seekers and the workshop. So I don't know, maybe by the end of today they're going to say that they're completely sold out. So you should try your best to get your tickets for that. And there are tickets for the main hall. So
Jazakallah khairan, Sister. MashaAllah. Thank you very much for coming on the show. I don't know about you, but I'm excited. Food, talks about marriage, children out of the way. MashaAllah, I can't wait. Sign me up. You can get your ticket, like she mentioned, at www.oneummah.ng.org. Also at Olive Plaza in Wusetu, Kalam Stores, or at An-Nur. Don't forget to get tickets. Any last remarks for us, Sister Aisha?
Well, I can just say that everybody should come. You know, we cannot even describe how it's going to be, but I know that nobody is going to go home empty-handed. Your mind and your heart is going to be filled with love and information, and I'm sure as soon as you get into the place, you're going to love marriage and love it more and again.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Excited already.
Yes, like we are excited. So we can't wait. We can't wait for you to experience the experience.
Inshallah. Jazakallah khairan. Thank you for joining us from home. We hope you enjoyed today's session, and we hope to see you again tomorrow, inshallah. And I hope everyone goes out to buy their tickets. Can't wait to see you also on the 6th of April, inshallah, at ICC. Assalamu alaikum.